Can you have dinner with me tonight, Jesus?
John had invited Jesus to have dinner at his house. It wasn't anything fancy, but he wanted it to be special. He made rice, beans, and a small piece of meat he had saved for an important occasion. He set the table with the only nice tablecloth he had, arranged the plates carefully, and got all excited waiting for his guest. But just as he was finishing everything, he heard a knock at the door. His heart even started to race. John ran to answer the door thinking it was Jesus, but it wasn't. It was a woman holding a child, both with tired eyes and faces worn out from hunger. She spoke softly. "Sir, do you have anything for us to eat? We've been traveling for days and we have nothing." John looked at the table and hesitated. If he shared the food, there might not be enough left for Jesus, but his heart spoke louder. He took a plate and served rice, beans, and a small piece of meat. The woman held the plate with trembling hands, and before taking the first bite, she looked at John with tears in her eyes. "May God bless your kindness," she said. "May you never lack food on your table." John smiled, moved, and gently closed the door. He barely had time to catch his breath when he heard another knock. Now it must be Jesus, he thought. But when he opened the door, he saw an elderly man with slow steps and very worn clothes. "My son, do you have a little food for a tired old man?" John stood still for a moment looking at the man. He thought about the food he had left and felt a tightness in his chest, but soon took a deep breath and decided he couldn't refuse to help. He went back to the table and served what he still had. The rest of the meat, a bit of rice and beans, and handed it to the old man. The old man smiled gratefully and said, "May God reward you, my son. May you never lack anything in your life." Joam closed the door with a light heart. Night was already beginning to fall when he heard another knock. Joam ran to answer it, his heart pounding. This time it was Jesus. He came in calmly, with a serene look, and sat at the table. Joam, a bit embarrassed, spoke softly. "Lord, I'm sorry. There's only a little bit of rice and beans left. I ended up sharing it with the people who came before you." Jesus smiled gently and replied, "Joam, I've already eaten. It was I who knocked on your door hungry and tired. Every plate you served was for me." At that moment, Joam felt a different kind of shiver, a peace that filled everything. He realized that the real dinner wasn't about food, but about love. Jesus didn't want a feast on the table. He wanted a heart that knew how to share, and it was there, in that simple little house, that Joam understood what it truly means to serve. That night, he slept lightly, with his soul at peace and his heart full of gratitude. You share so many things, videos, jokes, opinions, but what about faith? Would you have the courage to share a story like this? Remember what is written. If you are ashamed of me before men, I will also be ashamed of you before the Father who is in heaven.